Excuse me? All at once, they looked at me. I didn't know why, but having all of them look at me made me feel like kind of important, like a queen or something.
What is it, miss?
I wanted to thank you for the food, but I still want to know why you all came here. I feel like I don't quite understand. Understand, yeah, like being told that a bunch of incubi randomly appearing in your house was perfectly understandable.
Oh, how do we explain?
We were attacked. We came here to heal. What's so difficult to understand?
Now you're just being rude, Sam.
I'm just saying, how is that difficult to understand?
Because, Sam, it is. Don't question it. I'm not you. Let's put the volume. No, I mean, what specifically happened?
Well, you see, we've been traveling around for quite some time now. Just recently we came into town, but we were jumped by this band of misfits. So, in order to escape and heal, we came here for shelter. Again, we apologize for the mess we made.
It's fine, I guess. You're all better now, right?
Yup, all thanks to you.
Me?
You see, beautiful, we feed on sexual energy. But we don't just get it from kissing lovely ladies such as yourself. We can simply touch someone's hand to obtain sexual energy. Everyone carries sexual energy, you know.
I was so in shock about their powers. It wasn't just kissing. They could get anything physical? No wonder I was out for a while. The incubator intrigued me, but at the same time, I could hear warning sirens going off in my head.
Is there anything else you wish to know?
Well, what do you plan on doing now?
Yeah, what are we gonna do now, James?
That is a very good question. We just got here, and surely we'll be hunted again if we leave.
We can take him easily.
Not without more training, Sam. The result of that was clearly evident in our last encounter with them.
At that moment, I didn't know what came over me, but I suddenly felt sorry for them. They couldn't possibly survive out there if they didn't know it was illegal to break into some people's houses. They probably didn't know a whole bunch of other stuff. They probably would cause chaos all over town. Or on the flip side, they could get taken in for questioning and be poked and prodded like lab frogs for research. That was even worse. But most of all, they reminded me of me, back then. I was standing alone. The entire classroom was filled with laughter and chatter, but I stood in the midst of it, quiet and alone. It was a strange feeling, the whole world passing in front of me with such vibrance, all the while I stood there. On the plus side, I wasn't engaged in any of the drama that might have arisen, like scribbling on someone's paper for revenge or kicking someone too hard. It was kind of nice just standing back and watching things pass by and life go on. I had long awakens for myself that I preferred being alone. I often said to myself in encouragement, yeah, I want to be alone. There's no one I like better than me, so I ought to spend all my time with me. There was a certain bitterness that, coupled with being alone, made me feel sad. So there was a difference between being alone and lonely. I just didn't realize it at that point. And even at that moment, my father, my mother, there was no one to turn to. I was so lonely. But then I decided on it right then. I was going to go see my grandfather. I didn't care if my father wouldn't take me. I was going to walk my way over there and see what he had to say about it. I'd never seen him before that, but what better time to see him then? If no one else was going to help me, then about what I was feeling, I might as well turn to him. So after school, I decided to walk there. I had no idea how to get there, and I was armed with only a scrap of paper with the address scribbled on it. As a 7-year-old, I obviously had great ideas. I soon became lost, and like I always did when I felt lost, I just stood there on the sidewalk, back pressed against the wall, and eyes looking at the strangers pass by. And like always, people continued to pass by. Life continued on. I was sadder than ever. I ended up in the situation I was originally in. Nothing had changed. I thought I was silly for even thinking that I could change things with my own hands. It was until I heard a voice that brought me back to a reality.
Hon, is that you?
Grandfather! I looked up and saw an unfamiliar face, but it was obvious that whoever this was talking to me knew who I was. And from that moment, things began to change. Life began to move its rusty joints, and I realized that things were moving along. Suddenly, I became a part of the crowd that moved like a blur past me. I was no longer somebody who stood still and watched others hurry past me. life had changed. I had changed. Because the very person who found me that day was my grandfather. I had the opportunity to help them, though. Would I? I wanted to, but I wasn't sure if it was the best idea. After all, 5 demons in my house wasn't exactly the living arrangement I imagined when I moved in. And there was a matter of making sure no one found out about their powers. Thinking about them as lab rats made my stomach queasy. And even if they passed for humans, how would I explain having guys living in my house? Imagine if my friends came over. They'd probably think I was part of a harem or something. Oh God, imagine my parents came over. I think my mum would faint. Who knows what my dad would do? I think he would have them arrested on the spot. This is hard. Maybe I should write down the pros and cons list before actually making a decision.
Don't worry too much about it. You have plenty of time to decide. Besides, you should do what makes you happy as well.
Thank you, Grandfather Jiminy Cricket. Oh, great wizard of all-knowingness. Your soul always guides me. It was strange that I happened to remember what my grandfather said to me when I was little, but it did kind of make sense. They weren't in the exact same situation I was in before, but I did want to help them out. I think it would ease my consciousness and also make me a bit happy to give them help, as weird as that sounded. Clenching my hands in fists, I strengthened my resolve to speak up. Well, you could...
What was that, lovely lady?
That is,
Spit it out already.
I could hit you. You can stay with me here if you like. As soon as I finished my sentence, the room became still. I'm not sure what went through their heads from my words. The silence in the air cut like a knife until I finally spoke up once more. Seems like you all need a place to stay, and well, I just moved into the sharing house, so it seems like it made sense. It was still quiet in the room, so I decided to keep talking. If you would like to stay here, though, there are 2 things that I need you all to follow.
Yes?
First of all, you can't use your powers or deliberately do something that might harm me or any of the guests that comes over. Well, save for enemies, of course, but you get the drift.
That sounds reasonable.
Then you have to help me with any errands around the house. This place is kind of big, so yeah.
That is a generous offer, miss. Are you sure that would be okay? We don't wish to burden you any more than we already have.
It's alright, really. I mean, I just started living here myself, so I appreciate some help around the house.
A wonderful idea. We'll live here and train while helping you with the house. Servants for the lovely princess.
What? Are you serious?
Shh, be quiet, Sam. I haven't slept in a bed for days.
They all seem to like the idea except for Sam, and hey, I didn't really hate the idea either. Even if they are incubi. It would be interesting having 5 guys help me with taking care of the house, given that they would follow the rules that I just laid down.
Fine, but we're not staying here forever. Only until we can beat up that group of punks.
I think that is a reasonable time limit for our stay.
Yes, this is awesome.
Also beautiful. If you need a bedfellow.
Eric, knock it off.
I was happy that they agreed. Maybe it's because I wasn't going to be lonely for a while. Maybe it's because they all needed help, and my wanting to help people was fulfilled. I would never be sure.
So what are we waiting for? Let's celebrate and dig in.
Finally, I'm starving.
Instantly, Matthew and Sam began to stuff themselves with food on the table. I noticed James's eyes twitch in irritation, so I stuffed my incoming off.
Really, you two? You're both acting like pigs.
Oh, let them have a little freedom, James. It's not like we've eaten recently either. I'm sure they've been starving.
Still, that's no excuse for stuffing their faces like backyard swine.
I almost couldn't hold it in. So I didn't. I couldn't hold in my laughter anymore. As I laughed, Matthew and Sam looked my way, faces stuffed.
Is something funny? What are you laughing at?
I stopped to catch my breath. I leaned over the table and took a deep breath before replying. You both are so funny. Both their faces turned a slight pink before they looked away from me, and they sold the food in their mouths.
Shut up! We're not funny. We're hungry.
Well, we're glad that we made you laugh.
Shut up, Matthew!
What? I'm just saying.
See, James, it's entertainment for her.
They were funny to me. At least they enjoyed the food. As I watched, I took a couple of pieces of food for myself and placed them on my plate before eating as well. Eventually, we all had dinner together. It was strange eating with just guys, but they were enjoyable to be around. They made me feel like part of their family as we ate together. However, our peace was soon disrupted by my annoying phone. Hey, it's my mom. Excuse me for a moment. Hello?
Hey, honey, how are you? I'm sorry I didn't get to see you off.
Hi, Mom. Everything's fine. I'm actually eating dinner right now.
Oh, good, good. So there was food there. Well, your father wanted me to call and talk to you about having a house party tomorrow night to celebrate the new house and all.
A house party tomorrow night? So soon?
Your father insists. You know how he is with events.
I knew exactly what she meant. He didn't like long, relaxing periods between important events. It was slightly messed up. I was expected to act on the drop of a dime, from moving immediately the day after a funeral to my grandfather's house to now organising a party. I know, well, since I don't exactly have you two here to help me arrange it, I'm going to need some time to prepare things.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, Suzu and Naomi can help. I have work, and you know how your father is.
I know. I have to do it myself. He won't help.
I'm sure it'll be amazing, honey. I have faith in you.
Thanks, Mom.
All right, I gotta go. I love you, sweetie.
Love you too, Mom. Great! Now how am I going to do this?
Is something wrong?
She has to organize a house party for her parents.
Don't sound so amazed. How did you... Oh, yeah, right. Mind reading. But yeah, I gotta do it soon or my parents will be really disappointed. I have to stay up and organize everything tonight.
Hey, why don't we help you? That's what we're here for, right?
I don't see why not.
I can name a few reasons why we shouldn't.
Sam?
Back off.
We'll take care of everything, miss. Just leave everything to us.
That was surprising. I didn't think the boys would offer to help me right off the bat. I couldn't help but smile. I was actually rather thankful now, and I let them stay. Not that I didn't have to do everything alone. As I kept thinking about it, I couldn't help but yawn.
Feeling a little tired over there, princess?
Yeah, it's been a long day. At least tomorrow's the weekend, so I can sleep in. Then it hit me. Oh wait, where are you all going to sleep?
We found some guest rooms on the opposite end of the house from the master bedroom. I'm sure those will do just fine.
Oh, got it. Alright then, I'm heading to my room to study and sleep. I guess I'll see you all tomorrow.
Have a good night.
I will, you too. With that, I left the dining room and went to my room.
Eric, no.
What? I wasn't going to do anything.
Yes, he was.
Shh!
As soon as I got in my room, a wave of exhaustion hit me. Why am I so tired all of a sudden? I just woke up from that nap. I dragged myself to my bed and hauled up one of my bags. I opened it and grabbed my economics book. There we go. Knowing that no matter how tired I was, I had to study at least a page or two before sleeping at last. The words on the page scrambled in my mind as I read through them, but after 2 or 3 tries, I managed to understand what the page was about. Equations. Finally, I decided to change into my pajamas and head to bed. Today had been a long day and I needed the rest. Hopefully tomorrow will be better. 3 days of surprise in a row would kill me. With that thought in mind, I drifted to sleep, embracing the darkness of slumber. Ah, slumber. I'm out.
You fucking pretty boys think you're all that, huh? Well, save that to the end of my pistol.